Welcome to Bansuri Q&A. My name is Dr. Kerry Kriger, bansuribliss.com, answering a question today from Nick Picciani of the USA. And for episode 19 of Bansuri Q&A, the question is, should I oil my bansuri? Specifically, he asked, do I oil my bansuri? So the quick answer is no, I do not. For some more details, though, I'll tell you that 4 or 5 times in my life, I did oil one of my bansuris. I don't think that it's necessary, so I don't do it. This flute, I've been playing as my primary flute for about 6 years, and it shows no signs of decay. So I think that's pretty good. Bamboo has a natural long life after death, we could say. A life as a bamboo flute after its life as a plant. So it'll last a long time if you take care of it. Taking care of your flute means don't put it on the floor or a bed or a couch or a chair where it will get stood on or sat on eventually. It means keep it dry, so it can get wet. Mine gets wet sometimes because I take it outside and maybe it rains. It also gets wet when you blow it because you're blowing moist air into it. So that means keep it out when possible so that it can dry. If you have a case, then the case ideally should have holes in it so that air can go in there. And that'll help extend the life of your flute. Also extending the life of the flute is strings on it. Provide it not just some aesthetics, but it also strengthens the flute a bit. Now, the question may have come up because some people may think that oiling a flute will lead to not just a longer life of the flute, but better sound on the flute. I think that the flute sounds perfectly fine in its most natural state, which is no oil on it. Now, if you do want to oil it, what you're going to do is use mustard oil, maybe called mustard seed oil, I can't remember. And you're going to get that oil, and you are not going to oil the outside of your flute. You're not going to use a lot of oil either. You're going to get something that can go up into your flute, such as a hanger, a metal hanger for clothing. You're going to open it up so it's long and straight because, well, one way or another. There's also silver flute. For silver flutes, there's a rod used to put a little piece of cloth through at the end, and you stick it up there and it'll clean. The key is don't put a lot of cloth up there, because if it gets too big and you're pulling it back out of your flute and it gets jammed in there, you don't want that. So you want something that goes up your flute. Don't knock the cork out. You have a cork right here at the end of your flute. Don't push that cork or you'll mess up the tuning of the flute. But anyway, get a little bit of mustard oil on your cloth or rag or whatever is going up there, and I mean a little bit. I mean nothing drips, because what you want to avoid is any dripping oil out of these holes as you go up there, because your fingers play these holes and you don't want to have to hear the stickiness, the click click on the stickiness. You don't want to have to feel it either if you get sticky mustard oil on the outside of your flute. So key is the oil only goes on the inside of the flute, a very small amount, just so that it can cover the edges of the inside of your flute. But again, I don't think it's necessary, so I suggest don't do it. That was Bansuri Q&A episode 19. Should I oil my bansuri? Quick answer is no. I'm Dr. Kerry Kriger, and I'll play you some Rag Durga